Hey guys, I'm Rob Richards. You're joining me at the world's most iconic gym, Gold's Gym, the mecca of bodybuilding. And today's focus is all about legs. Check out what's coming up in today's video. Leg extension and the lying hamstring curl, two great exercises to superset back to back when warming up the quads and the hamstring. You can see on the seated leg extension, I've got my toes curled all the way up and slightly angled outward. So it's that vastus medialis, that teardrop section on the lower portion of the quad that I'm really affecting here. Then the lying hamstring curl, I want to get nice and flat, sometimes getting my elbows under, lifting my chest up, which increases the tension, the work done on the hamstring. So now I've done my first couple of warm-up sets. The goal here is to aim for about 12 reps and 8 reps, as heavy as I can, yet still maintaining good form and the correct technique. The thing about supersets is you want to keep that recovery time really short, probably no more than 30-45 seconds after each exercise, and as little as you can between moving from one station to the next. It's unlikely you're going to be able to lift as much weight as if you were simply performing straight sets, but still, you definitely feel it. I'm close to maximum weight here, 10 reps on here. Then let's cut back to the lying hamstring curl before moving on and really getting stuck in with the bigger compound lifts, some squats and some stiff-legged deadlifts. That is definitely a systemic exercise. It drains all of my cardiovascular and central nervous system. My heart is pounding. Muscles are shaking. I'm gonna jump right into this superset and get these stiff-legged deadlifts out the way. So as a rule of thumb, when doing supersets, typically, I'll add a little bit more increments on the first exercise of the combo. So seeing as those squats is the primary focus here, I'm gonna add a little bit more weight. So long as I'm getting a solid 8, maybe 10 reps, the superset, I'm already fatigued by the time I jump onto the stiff-legged deadlifts. So I'm gonna keep the same weight and just go more for volume, 12, 15 reps, and let that muscular endurance start to kick in along with the fatigue. Question is, by how much more weight should I go up? I'd say at least half a plate. It's not so much the weight that's an issue for me. It's the lack of being able to recover. That's what makes it hard. That's what makes it more challenging. That's what makes it a really good workout. 15 reps on stiff-legged. Even though I'm nowhere near the maximum weight I can lift, I'm feeling like my threshold limit is up here. All right, time to move on. Let's get some more isolation type exercises, another compound, and give a final shock to the quads and the hamstrings before moving down to these guys, our calves. Really great stretch for the quad here, engaging that muscle as I step up, hips forwards, squeeze that quad up at the top, and then again the hamstring as I stretch back, taking my foot a little bit further back. If you really want to step up that intensity, try doing some plyo jumps. In fact, we'll try that on the next one. I'm not looking forward to that one. I know I don't show my stretches too much within these videos, but I do stretch. More of a active recovery stretch after some of the bigger exercises, but definitely recommend it. Let's move on, focus on a couple of calf combos, working both gastrocnemius and the soleus, just helping, adding a little bit more size, thickness, and muscularity to my calves. Let's get to it. The thing about calf training, especially for me, is that, yeah, like many, it's a stubborn muscle group. But it's not that my calves are small. They're still 16 and a half inches, but compared to the rest of my physique, and the rule of thumb is they should be about the same dimension as your arms. My arms are just a strong point for me. They respond better, not because I train them all the time, but they respond better for me. So my arms are about 17 and a half inches. So in comparison, especially with the size of my quads, my calves are definitely not a strong point. But when I train them, and I train them 3 times a week, like what you're gonna see within this final section, more about intensity, more about circuit training, more about volume. So I'm aiming for 15, 20 repetitions. I'm going heavy, but I'm not going too heavy whereas I can't complete that full range of motion, the full exercise of lengthening and shortening the muscle. So with this little combo here I'm doing a seated calf raise, which is when the knee's bent and we're affecting more this mass, the gastrocnemius. I'm also adding in Tibialis Anterior. And granted, very few gyms, in fact only 2 that I know of, have a machine like this. It's easy to replicate. All you need to do is sit on the end of a bench, put a dumbbell vertically between your feet like this, and with your feet just off the bench, it's this movement here. Curling the dumbbell up, or alternatively, get one of those ankle straps, wrap around your foot, sit on a cable pulley machine at the bottom, and it's this movement here. This tibialis anterior muscle here is what's contracting and lengthening, so don't neglect this along with the rest of your calves. Let's finish off with our incline standing calf raise. So we're going to perform this exercise with a straight leg and then come right back around onto our seated and tibialis. 3 sets on here, 20 reps each, and that should complete the end of our superset leg workout. Doesn't look like much, but these toe taps for about 30 seconds, just trying to tap your toes on the floor, as the name suggests, and then heel taps Really do a lot to bring about a new level of fatigue and muscle failure. Also keeps the muscle a little bit more pliable, keeps it warm. Let's get back into these angled calf raises. Just like with the quads and the hamstrings, I want to ensure that I'm stretching out that muscle, lengthening and stretching out that muscle of the calf. Otherwise, that's where you tend to get that tightness, especially on the following days after you've worked it out, DOMS or delayed onset muscle soreness. Actually stretching out and holding those stretches for 15 or 20 seconds in between the sets can drastically help reduce that DOMS over the following days. Whew. Final words of wisdom, if you like, when it comes to calf training. Make sure you train the calf both with a straight leg and a bent knee. And also, if you really want to gain extra credits, perform some single leg isolation. Whether that's on a step, a platform, something that you can perform single leg like this, allowing for a full range of motion, getting that heel all the way up and down. And also don't forget about those toe taps and heel taps. Might look a bit strange doing them, but you definitely feel it right here in the calf where you need to be training. And on that note, it's time to wrap up this leg workout here at the Mecca, the one and only Gold's Gym in Southern California, my home gym. By the way, if you ever come out and you train here in California, down in Venice, just next to Santa Monica, there's a good chance I'll be here. I'm here most days in the morning, weight training, and then sometimes back and night cardio. So if you see me, even if I'm filming, I've got my camera out, come up and say hi, grab a photo, and ask some questions if you want. Always happy to help out. All right guys, until next week, listen, stay motivated, eat clean. It's part of a lifestyle, so you don't need to fully always commit yourself unless you're weeks out from a competition or a photo shoot. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. You can stay up to date on all my latest content, training videos, lifestyle, photo shoots, and nutrition. And don't forget to check out my Facebook page, Rob Richards Fitness. I got live streams every week. Ask your questions and see in real time really what is going on in the gym, in the kitchen, and just as part of this crazy lifestyle that we all love. All right guys, till then, take care. I'll see you soon.